Hey cops, back off even more. I pressed the knife against Abbie's throat to keep the police in check as I moved deeper into the forest.
Thomas Crew, just give up already. Let that person go and surrender quietly. You have no way out.
Shut up, you idiot!
Heh Thomas, you're really turning into a proper fugitive now.
If the police fire even a single shot, I'll let you go.
Relax, the police are used to situations like this. They plan to wear you down, so they probably won't fire for a while.
Abbie, I'm really sorry.
Heh, I always wanted to try something like this, just like in a movie.
Unaware of our conversation, the police diligently maintained a certain distance.
This is the place, Thomas. You know, don't you?
Of course. We had arrived at a historical site. Locals called it the Mohican Tunnel. The Mohicans were Native Americans from Pennsylvania and neighboring New York. Long ago, they used this underground tunnel for rituals. That very tunnel still remained here, the Mohican Tunnel. Abbie and I had visited this place once before, during a Smiling Village recreation trip. It had been a fun journey.
Doesn't matter if it's ugly, just survive, Thomas.
I'll give it a shot. Say hi to Billy for me. Billy was Abbie's only son. Whenever Abbie was away, I often babysat for her. I let go of Abbie and sprinted into the tunnel behind me. The flashlight was also something Abbie had given me. I could hear the footsteps of the police behind me, but they weren't close. There was still some distance between us. Bumping my head against the walls and stumbling, I ran for my life. In this Mohican tunnel, it was crucial to put as much distance between myself and the police as possible. As I emerged from the Mohican tunnel, a large hand grabbed me. That hand forcefully moved me a little away from the tunnel's exit. Had the police set up an ambush? Just as I thought that, the large man pressed a button on a small remote control. A loud noise came from the Mohican tunnel. Smoke was also rising from the exit.
It's a bomb,
He said. I recognized that voice.
The explosion destroyed the area near the exit. The police can no longer chase you. Don't worry. The explosion didn't bury them alive.
You're the person from last night, aren't you? I had a lot of questions I wanted to ask this large man. The boat was not the small electric boat from last night, but a regular pleasure boat. The sun was setting in the western sky over Lake Ontario. What a beautiful sight. The large man introduced himself as Dave Underwood. The place I was taken to was a small, uninhabited island floating in Lake Ontario. In front of the cabin that Dave was using as a hideout, we had dinner. The fish caught in the lake was fatty and delicious. Inside the cabin's pantry, there was a wide variety of canned food.
After I let you go last night, I secretly kept an eye on you. Even when you used the dog as a decoy to get the landline-style smartphone, and when you were hiding in your colleague's house, I was watching you from afar.
The dog's name is John. He's really smart. My colleague's name is Greta. She's the worst, like a zombie. By the way, the one who saved me from Greta's betrayal was Abbie. I came to Mohican Tunnel in her car.
Using the Mohican Tunnel to escape from the police was a brilliant idea. Was that your idea?
No, that was Abbie's idea. She's really smart. If it weren't for her, I would have been caught and killed by Terence. Still, not only did you keep watching me the entire time, but you also got ahead of me at the exit of the Mohican Tunnel and even blew it up to trap the police. Who exactly are you?
I used to work for the CIA.
I knew it. That was exactly the answer I had expected. Dave's exceptional tracking skills and expertise with explosives were far beyond what an ordinary person could possess. You seem to have a grudge against Terence.
Terence was my colleague during my time at the CIA, but he betrayed me. He put all the blame on me for the failure of a certain operation. As a result, I was kicked out of the CIA while he climbed the ranks.
Do you still want to kill Terence?
Of course. However, he has become even more cautious. Killing him now will be extremely difficult.
I was just bait for luring out Terence, wasn't I? In the end, it must have been disappointing for Dave that the fish named Terence didn't bite the bait named me.
I do feel sorry for you. As an apology, I'll give you something nice.
What is it?
You'll find out soon enough.
Early in the morning, Dave left the small island on a pleasure boat. He told me to survive here for a few days until he returned. The rule of survival was not to touch the food in the cabin. In other words, I had to live self-sufficiently on this small island. Fishing, gutting fish with a knife, and foraging for wild plants were all first-time experiences for me. I wonder what Abbie is doing now. She might be undergoing police interrogation, but her performance yesterday was so incredible that she could have won an Academy Award for Best Actress. How are Mom and Dad doing? The media might be swarming their house. I hope that's not the case. Then again, this is no time for me to be worrying about others. It's my own future that I should be most concerned about. Am I going to spend the rest of my life as a fugitive? Is that why Dave wants to teach me survival skills? I'm not sure whether to feel grateful or not. I looked at the survival knife Abbie had given me, which I held in my hand. It was the same one I had used when pretending to take Abbie hostage in the Mohican Tunnel. Looking closely, it had quite an intricate design. The name Abbie was engraved on the handle. I'll give it a try, Abbie. The weight of the knife in my hand made me feel less alone. A few days later, when Dave returned, he took me on the pleasure boat to another small, uninhabited island. Waiting for me, there was Mike Turner, tied up with his hands behind his back.